it was a place past school hours where parents worked till 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock, left their children with Miss Lillie to babysit us. The cost, $4 a week, 75 cents a day. Empty, the school was a shotgun house. What they said was really true about shotgun houses. You could stand in the front door and look straight through to the back door. We children could stand in the front door of Miss Lillie's school and look straight through to the back door. The vast opening down the middle made a perfect wide aisle that divided the left side from the right side, the little kids from the big kids. And there it was, a spacious canopy of academia, of desks, and rows of desks. To the left and very near the side, which led from the schoolhouse to Miss Lillie's house. You see, the school was here, and there was this ramp that led over to Miss Lillie's house. And there was that desk, the desk, Miss Lillie's desk. Though it wasn't stationary, she was. She came, she sat, she stayed. She taught us from there. She punished us from there. She led us in prayer and song from there. Miss Lillie's stationary position gave the desk a kind of fixed aura. And she had that booming voice that summoned you to the desk for punishment. So you either raised your dress or you lowered your breeches and you climbed atop the desk, and then you were placed there and you lay there waiting for that punishment and thinking to yourself, I should have not have done what I did. Above the desk on the wall was a tremendously impressive portrait of Miss Lillie with those rimless glasses, her keen nose and tiny lips perfectly centered on her full face. Her silky white with some remnants of black hair parted in the exact center circled her face and formed twisted knots on either side of each ear. So those of you who went to Miss Lillie's school, raise your hands. I know you have that image of her. She towered over us, it seems, though she herself stood only about 5 feet 5. Though age was not a physical trait, we never really thought about age anyway. Everybody over 20 was old. Weight had left its physical signs. Now, full, the schoolhouse, Miss Lillie's school was just as picturesque. The rows of desks filled with kids and more kids, all ages, all sizes, same color. So Miss Lillie entered, robust and powerful in her stride. Larger than life, she came almost forebodingly across the ramp, leading from her house to the schoolhouse. We stared from our desk as Miss Cannoli, Miss Betts, and Miss Christine announced her entrance. Bump, tap, bump, tap. Those were the sounds of her rubber-tipped cane, and next her orthopedic laced-up black leather shoes as they each touched the planks of the wood on the ramp. The rubber-tipped cane in front, Miss Lillie behind, gliding, plodding forcefully toward us with such seriousness in her visage. And we thought, here comes Miss Lillie. The big kids would always remind us, be quiet. Here comes Miss Lillie. As good morning, Miss Lillie came from our lips, Miss Lillie simultaneously responded to our greeting with a nod and cordial good morning, and placed her cane behind her desk. The day began, always with the Lord's Prayer. Our I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America was frequently and pleasantly interrupted by the sound of a jet flying over us. This was Dan, Miss Lillie would always say to us after we finished the pledge. Miss Christine told us that Dan, Chappie James, was Miss Lillie's son. He was a pilot. Not a colored pilot or a Negro pilot, but a pilot. And he was Miss Lillie's own son. I think that's why we colored kids in Miss Lillie's school felt that we could do anything we wanted to do. Anything white folks could do. After all, Miss Lillie was a teacher, and she owned her own private school. Her sister was a teacher at Spencer Bibbs. One of her daughters was a teacher, and her baby son was a pilot. And then there was Miss Betts, she was a teacher, and then Miss Christine, and then her daughter, Miss Lillie, a real teacher. Plus, they all had houses and cars, too. From the desk, Miss Lillie was the headmaster, and she had boomed that voice for all of us to hear and obey. And we would learn everything. ABCs, Roman numerals, 1I1, 2I2, 3I3, IV4, V, 5V, 1I6, V, 2I7. The basic food groups, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, we memorized and drew. Good grooming and proper hygiene was learned and practiced. The Declaration of Independence, the Gettysburg Address, the preamble to the Constitution, we memorized and recited. The Pledge of Allegiance and the Lord's Prayer, we knew and recited.